Every year, about this time, my life becomes a blur of shopping malls, reindeer games, mistletoe and myrrh. Sometimes it gets so stressful, I say to Mrs. C, Santa needs his beanbag and his Sunday night TV. But it's gotta have the spirit of December 25. I can't abide no panty sniffing, blackface Jackson jive. So I make a realistic wish to keep my heart aglow. And one Christmas show consistently can give the gift of miff to me. The Hillsy Thrills, the wistful Mr. Bro. And here's that very specky Christmas show. Ho, ho, ho.
Welcome to A Very Specky Christmas, the music quiz show that still sings Jingle Bells, Batman Smells, Robin Ran Away. Tonight we're coming to you from downtown Bethlehem, where only metres away and moments ago a miracle took place. That's right, a baby was born that wasn't fathered by Tiger Woods. At the head of the table for Christmas dinner tonight are our two team captains, the wise man Alan Bro and the Blessed Virgin Miff Warhurst.
That is not fair.
Alan's first guest tonight is one of the icons of Britpop. As lead singer of Pulp, he gave us such hits as Common People and Disco 2000, and as an actor, he has recently appeared in both Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire and Fantastic Mr. Fox. It's a pleasure to have him over for Christmas. Please welcome Jarvis Cocker. Alan's second team member tonight is chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and you'll laugh when you see him in spite of yourself. He's one of our favourite comedians. He's Dave O'Neill. Miff's first guest tonight is one of the icons of Oz rock. As lead singer of Midnight Oil, he gave us such hits as US Forces and Beds Are Burning, and as Minister for the Environment, Heritage and the Arts, he gave us the Environmental Protection Act, Subclause 3, Paragraph 9, Amendment 2.8G. Rock on, it's Peter Garrett. This final guest is one of Australia's most loved personalities and recording artists. She's here because it isn't a Christmas party until someone gets their ding-dong out. Please welcome back Denise Drysdale. That is a pretty special Christmas outfit. Can you actually stand up and show it off in
It was just a little something I had in the wardrobe. Look at it.
Yeah. Is that an outfit you had made specially for today, or is that?
It's been in the wardrobe for about 10 years, I think. And I was actually Teen Angel, but I took the teen off because that wasn't going to wash.
Dave, I understand you actually performed in a nativity play.
When I was in grade 5 or 6, I played God. Because it was one of those inclusive primary schools. They wanted everyone to get a part. There was also 4 ghosts and a Smurf. So,
I can't imagine you was God. It's like the only time that God rested on the second day.
Yeah.
And Jarvis, thank you so much for doing our show. I know it's at the end of your tour. You're about to go back home. But I understand you've been kind of fascinated by Australian slang whilst you've been here.
Well, I tried to pick up specifically Melbourne slang.
Oh,
I see.
Yes, my favourite one, I think, was snot block.
Yeah. What, do you know what that is?
Vanilla slime.
It's a cake, yeah. I've had a few.
I quite like them, but I don't know if I'll be able to eat one in the same way.
Snot block.
Well, really, because I wasn't sure if you even knew what a snot block was, so I did prepare one for you.
Oh, that's very kind of you.
And bring one along
with your own snot?
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. It's firm.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's very firm to the touch.
Thank you, yeah, that's...
Do you want me to you want me to look after that?
Dave, I knew that would happen, so I actually brought one for you
good.
as well.
Excellent.
If you'd like to just...
Yeah, no, come on, bring it. Bring it.
Can I just say that I actually judged the Great Vanilla Slice competition, which happens in Oyen in
That's
country
right.
Victoria every year.
Yeah.
And I've got to say, once you've had 74 pieces of that stuff, you will never, ever go back. I've never felt sicker in all my life.
Can you just pass one over? I just want to
Yeah.
test that. How are you feeling about this right now? Is that working for you?
I'll give it a little go.
The only topic is the music of 2009. There will be 5 questions on the way, but first, let's test our buzzers. Alan, Jarvis, Dave, would you like to test your buzzer?
Please, Jarvis,
Go,
would you like to?
Jarvis.
Okay.
Beautiful.
What's ours?
Do you want to have a go at yours?
Go on. You do.
Excellent. Everyone on your buzzers, let's play a very specky Christmas. Your first question for 1 point. In 2009, Judith Durham from The Seekers recorded new lyrics for which Australian national song?
Come on, Miff. We're counting on you, Miff.
I am you Australian or...
No, it wasn't, so I'm going to throw it over to this team.
Am I ever going to see your face again?
What? And what do you think she changed the lyrics to?
No way. Get lost, go away.
The correct answer is Advance Australia Fair. Oh. Change the lyrics to make them more inclusive. For 2 points, who was this and how did they react to their inclusion in a video game this year?
That is Gwen Stefani from No Doubt, and she did not like it.
How much did she not like it?
Probably about as much as she didn't like her husband after she found out what he got up to this year as well.
She married to Tiger Woods.
You're right, she didn't like being included in a video game this year. There was a specific reaction that she took.
Did she sue them?
That's exactly what I was looking for, yes. She tried to sue. What happened was Gwen Stefani sued because her avatar in a computer game was singing Honky Tonk Woman, which she claims she didn't agree to. For those of you over 30, an avatar is a graphic representation of a person used in a computer game. For those under 30, Honky Tonk Woman is the...
She didn't write it.
is the song that was probably playing when you were conceived. For those of you over 70, this is Spicks and Specks. Midsummer Murders is on Friday night. Next question. Have a listen to this grab of a song from British Talent Quest contestant Susan Boyle. 3 questions to come.
Then I was young and unafraid.
I need 3 things. I need the name of the song, the 80s musical the song is from, and the name of the TV show she was a contestant on. This side, yes.
Jarvis, you be on to that.
What were you on about? Sorry, what was the musical
It's,
that song was from?
It's Les Mis, isn't it?
Like-
I'm looking at you, Alan. You've been in musicals. I Dream of Dreams from Les Mis, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, Dave O'Neill's got 2
wow.
points out of 2. And do you know the TV show that she was a contestant on?
Britain's Got Talent.
Britain's Got Talent. Yeah,
Britain's Got Talent.
Britain's Got Talent, 3 points out of 3.
And I liked how, while saying the answer, you were saying Alan knows something about musicals, while you were just saying everything about Les Mis.
Well, I was in musicals once, but in
Were
high
you?
school. Yeah. I was Noah in Noah's Ark. Yeah, in
Is
high
it
school.
what musical is
Gone
there
through
then?
the Bible. Noah.
God and Noah. Don't you remember? I was in Noah and Noah in his Ark in Year 7.
Is that, I didn't know Noah and his Ark was a musical.
Yeah.
There's a musical, actually, that I think Dave's thinking about. It's called Noah's Flood.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, that's what it was.
You're across the biblical musicals?
Absolutely, yeah. No, and I was a little boy that used to dance across the stage singing, Father, I am already bound, an axe I have and by my crown. Oh, more than any in this town. Something, something, something. That's the sweetest I'm going to get.
Your voice has changed since you went into politics.
And how old were you when you were doing this musical?
I reckon I was about 9 or 10.
Okay,
Wow.
and being that we've all seen you dance in front of
exactly.
Midnight Oil, at 9 or 10, was that how you were dancing in Noah?
No. Look, I had a costume on, and I think I just got across the front of stage, got the words out, and then retreated.
Not even a bit of...
When did that first
Go on.
come? That
That first came when the boys just turned on and turned up.
Yeah.
And I think once that happens, it's loud. Jarvis knows this. Bass drums sort of kicking against your thigh. You got to move.
Yeah, out of the way.
No way. Well, it's true.
I'll move on to the next question. For 4 points, name these 4 musicians who banded together this year and performed with the Beatles. Yes.
Tim Rogers from Chris Cheney.
Yep.
We've got Phil Jamison from Grinspoon and Josh Pike.
Nice.
The rest of the question was they banded together and performed the Beatles' White Album live. Finally, when MySpace launched a playlist function earlier in the year, the Prime Minister added some tunes of his own. We're going to play a quick grab of some of our Prime Minister's favourites. For 5 points, have a listen to them, wait till the end, name all 5.
I will feel a glow just thinking of.
But I always thought I'd see you. Gather round, people, I'll tell you a story. You're over there when
Okay, from this side, yes?
I'm a nerd. Oh, sorry, that's Pete's boss. I keep forgetting.
Then the first one was the Way You Look Tonight.
Yes, it was.
The second was Fire and Rain.
Yeah.
Third one was the Hallelujah chorus from the Messiah.
Yep.
The fourth one was from Little Things, Big Things Grow.
Yep.
The Paul
And
Kelly.
the fifth one was Powderfinger, My Happiness.
My Happiness.
Let's have a listen back to them and share.
That was a team.
It was The Way You Look Tonight, chosen by Kevin Rudd for Therese. Fire and Rain, John Denver, about global warming. Handel's Messiah, I think his own personal theme. From Little Things, Big Things Grow, about the Australian interest rates. And My Happiness was about the time he found a decent in-flight meal. And look, you know what? Because it's the end of the year, I'm going to ask what were our favourite songs, artists of the year? I know, Denise, you were talking to me beforehand. You had a particular...
Paolo Nutini.
Oh, yeah.
He's about 23, writes his own songs. He's so talented. And the depth of his voice and his lyrics is wonderful.
And you're, like, starting a petition to get him back out to Australia.
I'm going to be his Australian representative.
That's a nice word for it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, OK, who would we all recommend from 2009, new artist or artist that we've discovered this year?
This is the Dave O'Neill Quintet. Actually, I bought a CD of a young bloke called Jarvis Cocker. And it's very good.
It's a great CD.
It's great. Look, that's you. That's you.
Actually, can I ask you something about that? Steve Albini, who was in a band called Big Black, produced that.
Yeah.
What was he like to work with? Because I'm fascinated by him, because he's a pretty hardcore guy.
Well, that's it. He works every day. He treats it as a job, so he's got his overalls on. So it's like you're going to have... Yeah, so it's like you're going to have your car fixed or something. Because he thinks it shouldn't be all this kind of zzzz kind of thing. It's just like, right, we're here to do a job. You're the band.
Like
you know what you should sound like. I'll just be the facilitator. You know, like, I'll change your exhaust.
All right. And you'd have to pay him in cash, wouldn't you, if he's...
I don't deal with that side.
Can I ask you though, Peter, do you miss recording?
Well, actually, it's really interesting hearing Jarvis talk about it, because I actually don't miss being on the road. I did it for such a long time. But the one thing I do miss is the business of creating with other people, like the camaraderie.
Yeah.
And the fact that you're in a studio with people and you're just putting stuff together and then you're working with others and then you end up with this thing that other people get to share. Yeah. So I probably do miss that a bit.
Can't you get together with Kev and Joe Hockey? Come on, let's put something down.
It wouldn't sound the same.
Dave, I understand. I mean, you're pretty much in heaven tonight because you are a fan of Jarvis.
Massive Jarvis Cocker fan. Absolutely love Pop. I love his solo career.
Yep.
But also Midnight Oil. Midnight Oil, as a 15-year-old, 16-year-old boy, they were my favourite band.
Oh, mate, good.
And I actually found my Year 11 folder.
Oh.
This is honest to God, was on. Check that.
I've got to say that I'm the same, because because when I was probably 6 or 7 years old, my brother bought a tape, back when they made tapes, of midnight oil head injuries. And we'd gone on a trip to Adelaide and we were driving back to Mildura, a 5-hour drive, and my brother gave it to Mum and Dad, who'd previously been playing Kamal and Rolf Harris in the tape machine.
And lifted the tempo.
Head injuries went in the tape recorder and we went, yeah! So there was all these, 7 and a 10-year-old in the back seat losing our minds. Mum and Dad thought the world was over.
And nothing weird ever happened between me and your folder at night.
The end of the first round, the scores are Miff, Peter, Denise are on 6 points. Alan, Jarvis and Dave are in the lead, though, with 9 points. It's time now for the second round of Christmas.
Adam, I am the ghost of Christmas jokes past. Adam,
Yes.
what do you get when you cross a snowman with a vampire?
What do you get when you cross a snowman with a vampire?
You get frostbite.
Each team will be shown a Christmas album cover with something blanked out. You have to tell me what's missing. And here to help us tonight are some shepherds to whom the album covers appeared while they were tending their flocks. Please welcome, with the first cover, our first shepherd, Cal Wilson.
Guten Abend, Herr Hills.
Guten Abend, Herr Wilson.
I'm being the German shepherd.
Like what you did there. And congratulations, it's been a big year for you.
Yeah, it has been a big year. It's been all about having a baby, and I'd just like to say that people say that your life changes when you have a child, but my life is exactly the same as when I was single. I'm still staying up all night with a guy that won't stop drinking, and he complains when I try and change him. So nothing's changed.
What album have you got for the panel?
I have this. I have a blank Christmas.
With Justin Wilson.
Oh, my God.
Alan, Jarvis, Dave, what do you think it is?
A Bayou Christmas.
Ooh.
A croc Christmas?
A snappy Christmas.
Nice. A snappy
He's a
Christmas.
songwriter. Yeah.
Swampy and inbred is the right way to go.
Oh, just some Bayou.
A Zydeco Christmas.
Alliterating alligators.
Alliterating alligators.
You've come very close. You haven't...
A Gator Christmas.
When did we come very close?
after Swampy and inbred.
A Deliverance Christmas.
Oh, yeah. A squeal like a pig Christmas.
Totally glossed over the whole alliterating thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what it means.
A Creole Christmas.
Creole Christmas.
A Creole Christmas?
Yeah.
That's alliteration.
Yeah.
Let's have a
Yeah,
look.
We'll go with that.
No, it's not.
I couldn't give it to you, I'm afraid. And remember, kids at home, an alligator is not just for Christmas. Yeah. A round of applause for our shepherd, Cal Wilson. Would you please welcome our second shepherd, Chopper. G'day, Uncle Chop Chop.
Hi, g'day. How are you?
All right. How's your year been?
Well, not too bad. I'm supposed to be looking after the sheep, but they can go and flock themselves. So.
What album have you brought for Miff, Peter, Denise?
It's called Happy Holiday by Lenny D.
You've got to work out what is perched on his knee. There are 3 things.
Dasher, Dancer and Donna and...
Have you got any clues, Uncle Chop Chop?
Yeah, I've got a clue here. There are only a small number of things it is okay for Santa to have on his knee.
Oh, well...
Small child?
Do children get that small?
Oh.
Beer?
Yeah, biscuits.
And biscuits?
beer.
Is it a present? Hang on, there's a present. Is it a present?
His Christmas sack.
They don't cover up presents with other presents.
Yeah.
No, because there's a present there.
Postmodern set.
What are you going to go with, Miff, Peter, Denise?
Nothing.
I've got one more clue
A
here.
reindeer.
Hang on, clue. Jordan had hers reduced.
Boobs.
Boobs.
Oh, she got rid of Peter Andre. Is he sitting there?
What are you going to go with?
Yeah, bags. Bags of goodies.
Goodie bags.
Goodie bags.
You happy with
Fun
goodie
bags. Fun bags.
Yeah, all
Final
right.
answer.
I've
Goodie bags.
Goodie bags. Let's
It's
have a look.
not that, though.
It's going to be awesome.
Oh, it's a teddy bear.
Dog, puppies. And you're exactly right. That was a good clue. Jordan did have her puppies reduced. Ladies and gentlemen, Chopper. Would you please welcome our third shepherd, Celia Paquola. I really want to get to that.
I know.
How's your Christmas going?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's Christmas all year round in our house. We actually have a Christmas tree up all year round, every month. And it's not really to do with Christmas. It's because we hang our laundry on it. It's a plastic tree. It's a share house. It's great. But when people come into the house, it just looks like that we're really cheap, and instead of ornaments, we just went, undies will be fine.
Okay. Which album do you have?
Well, I'm quite pleased you let me bring something from my own collection. This ain't no something Christmas.
Rudy Ray
Moore.
This ain't no blank Christmas.
Inhibited Christmas.
I think it's This Ain't No Honky Christmas.
Oh, right. Okay.
Oh, This Ain't No White Christmas.
Oh, of course, This Ain't No White Christmas.
No White
I reckon
Christmas.
that's got to be it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's. I mean, we can talk about the guy in the back for a bit longer, but I reckon that's. Because, I mean, imagine just being able to put up bulbous like this. Oh, yeah, there it is.
With the angel on the top, isn't he? Is that what he's trying to
Exactly.
do?
I reckon This Ain't No White Christmas. I think that's got to be
That's
it.
perfect.
I think
Let's
we've
have a look.
alighted upon it.
Please welcome our fourth and final shepherd, Denise Scott.
Howdy.
You're looking like you've just stepped off a nativity play, actually.
I have been in a nativity play. No, I didn't
Really?
get to play God, Dave. When I was 6 at St Mary's School, and I can still remember my line, and it went... As a sheep, you had to supply your own sheepskin car seat cover, which is a good, it's a good idea. And we didn't have any, of course. So I was in a terry toweling sheep. And Sister Mildred said, "Don't worry, Denise, you can be a specially shorn sheep for Jesus."
What album do you have for Myth, Peter and Denise?
Oh, I have a fabulous album called The Three Sons Something Something Dandy Christmas.
2 words.
A handy, landy and dandy Christmas.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
That's good.
She's on her backside. She's
I could
obviously
do
fallen
that.
over, so it could
I
be-
could do that.
Could you?
Well, do it.
We can actually recreate that album cover.
Look, I've got that.
Oh my God.
Oh, hello.
All right. Oh, I'll do it this way. I'm protecting Jesus.
That was the strangest nativity scene I've ever... I'm pretty sure I saw the Star of the East.
That was at the north.
So what's been blanked out? A blank dandy Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. A sore and dandy Christmas, because she's...
This is something specially chosen for your team. It wouldn't have worked on this side.
A midnight oil dandy Christmas. No?
Mm-hmm. This would
A
be
ding-dong dandy Christmas. Who knows?
Quite mysterious now.
Denise, you are so on the money. We are not even going to bother anymore. We're going to go with that.
Ding Dong Dandy Christmas.
Yeah,
Let's have a look.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Denise Scott. And what is the Ding Dong Christmas like this year?
Very quiet, just with the dogs.
So that means your Christmas will actually look like this. And Dave O'Neill, I understand your Christmas is going to look something like this. At the end of that round, the scores are Myth, Peter, Denise are on 7 points. Alan, Jarvis, Dave still in the lead, 10 points. Teams have to buzz in and identify the tunes being performed live in the studio. Tonight, all your songs are relevant to 2009 and they will be played in the beat of the streets of Old Bethlehem by Yalla. Teams, hands on buzzers. Song 1, please.
John Farnham's You're the Voice.
Yes, it is. John Farnham's You're the Voice. John Farnham, of course, toured again in 2009. Next song, please.
Day.
It was a Green Day song.
And it's called
21st Century Breakdown or something like that.
Lay Down Your Guns.
Oh, it's very close.
21 Guns.
Yes, it was. From the soundtrack of Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. Is that where you knew it from?
Oh, exactly.
All right, next song, please. Yes.
Walks Like a Man.
Walk Like a Man is exactly the song I was looking for.
Played very well.
It was from Jersey Boys, the 2009 Australian stage show. Next song, please.
Smooth Criminal.
By Michael Jackson. Yes, it is. Smooth Criminal, Michael Jackson. Final song, please.
Probably wrong, but is it All the Single Ladies?
It is by Beyonce.
Not to my taste.
All the married men. All the married men. All the married men. I like it.
What's the next bit? Kind of wish I hadn't really put a ring on it. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a round of applause for Yala? And look, while we are talking cover versions, Jarvis, I do want to ask you about possibly one of the best cover versions of all time. You may not be aware of it. William Shatner recorded a version of Pulp's Common People. Which
he certainly did, yes.
Which is an amazing song. What were your first thoughts when you heard about it?
I thought somebody was winding me up when they told me about it. You know, I was a massive Star Trek fan when I was a kid, so to have Captain Kirk singing my song...
Amazing.
You know, because he kind of semi-speaks it in that... Because I've got some... He did some records in the 60s, like where he did... I think Mr Tambourine Man's one of the famous ones. He was like, hey, Mr Tambourine Man, play a song for me. And, so to hear him doing it in the same kind of style, it was great. I loved it.
Have you had a royalty check?
No, I don't deal with things like that. I just float on a higher plane. I don't know.
That'll be your downfall.
Yeah. You're right.
Peter, I know there was a cover of Beds Are Burning that I think was released for, was it environmental awareness?
Yeah, look, some people have done a cover of Beds for the Tick, Tick, Tick campaign, which is on for the Climate Change Conference in Copenhagen.
Was there also a moment when Midnight Oil tried to play a Christmas carol on stage at one point?
Yeah, look, I actually love Christmas, and one night we were playing Christmas Eve, and we were out in a very rough pub in the western suburbs of Sydney, and I just said to the boys, yeah, come on, we'll do one. Everyone's a little uneasy. I said, come on, we'll have a go at Silent Night. So we launched into it. And there was a bit of a silence. But then, thankfully, I think people got into the spirit of it, and by the end of it, we had this, Silent Night. Fabulous.
Did you sing to your kids when they were little, when they were going to sleep?
Yeah, I did. In fact, Christmas carols we used to sing at night. Yeah, we sit around singing Christmas carols at times because I think the melodies are very strong.
No oil songs? What about to wake them up? US forces!
I think I was a bit kinder to them than that.
Jarvis, you've got a child. Do you sing?
I do sing to him now and again, yes.
Wow,
Sometimes tells me to shut up. No, he does, and I say sometimes people pay to hear that. You're getting it for free.
At the end of that round, the scores are Miff, Peter, Denise are slowly catching up. They're on 10 points, but Alan, Jarvis, Dave are still in front. 12 points. Each team has to guess the identity of a music industry personality who will be dressed in a Christmas costume. Alan, Jarvis and Dave, you'll be first, and you'll be trying to guess who it is in the big red suit. So let's bring out Santa.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, Santa. Have a seat. Now, before Alan's team try to work out who you are, can you give us your best ho, 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 please?
Ho, 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 ho.
Well, it's a man.
Alan, Jarvis, Dave, you can ask yes-no questions to try and work out who is dressed as Santa.
Did you sing in the band?
I did. Was the band's heyday in the 1970s?
Partially.
Partially? Oh, were you big in the 80s?
No.
Does this band still exist?
I wish.
That was a clue, by the way. Santa holding up a radio.
Radio. Did you have a song with the word radio in it?
At one stage, yes.
Oh, were you in the sports?
No.
Oh.
Oh, there's another
Keys.
Is your first name Jim?
I'll just check. Yes, as a matter of fact.
Were you in the Master's Apprentices?
I was.
Oh, my God. Jim Keys.
Jim Keys from the Master's Apprentices.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, 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 Santa.
How lovely it is to be here.
Happy Christmas, Santa.
Oh, thank you.
Dave O'Neill, you've also, on top of playing God and Noah, you have played Santa.
I've had some very traumatic times as Santa because I'm fat and a performer. I'm often asked, and I was asked to do my son's 3-year-old kinder.
Yep.
And I was up the back, was in the kinder, and I was enjoying the kids singing, and then the kinder teacher tapped me on the shoulder and went, "You're on after the next song." So I had to run to the back room and change. I've never seen a costume before. So I pulled the costume on my beard and stuff, and they said, "And Santa's here, kids," and all the kids were so excited. And I walked in and went, "Hi, kids, ho, ho, ho," and my pants fell off. My wife said it was dreadful, and one kid screamed, and then all the mums started laughing. Then I heard my son go, "Oh, Santa wears undies like Dad."
Can we have a round of applause for Jim Keys, please? Merry Christmas.
Oh, my God. I'm cooking up a lovely roast dinner for your guests for Christmas.
Are you? What are you cooking up?
Smoked turkey.
Is that right? How do you know it's smoked?
It's authentic smoked turkey if you can see nicotine on the wings.
Can you talk to Kevin Rudd about there being a bit more money for mental health care?
The next round goes to Miff, Peter and Denise. You'll be trying to guess the identity of the music industry bigwig lurking within the foliage. Please bring out the Christmas tree. And we have also disguised the voice of the Christmas tree so you can't work out who it is. So, Christmas tree, can you give us a ho, 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 please?
Is it possible to tell whether it's male or female, so we're going to have to ask?
Yeah. Are you a male?
What?
Are you Molly Meldrum?
Really?
Hang on.
If he's got a dog up there, it's Molly.
You asked two questions. Are you a man? And the answer was don't know. And the next one was, are you Molly Meldrum? Christmas tree, can you answer correctly on that one?
No. Peter, if only you had come in when we did that show, you would be much bigger than you are now. I'm Ian Alexander Meldrum.
Oh, look at his lovely hat.
How on earth did you know that was Molly Meldrum?
How many other bona fide music bigwigs who live in Melbourne would be prepared to come out here?
That's right.
It could only be Ian.
Well, maybe Michael Gudinski, for God's sake.
And Molly, thank you so much. You've just come back from interviewing Susan Boyle.
Susan Boyle, and you've just come back from meeting the Queen, and now you're meeting another one from Australia. How do you do it?
Ladies and gentlemen, Molly Melbourne.
That's the first time I've been wheeled on and wheeled off.
Don't leave him there. It's the first time he's not been able to get away. That's how it's going to be in the future.
At the end of that round, the scores are Miff, Peter, Denise are on 11 points. Alan, Jarvis, Dave still in front, 13 points. In this game, your job is to try and help Mary and Joseph get the baby Jesus to sleep. To explain their predicament, would you please welcome our very own Mary and Joseph? A little extra cheer there, but don't, just because I'm coming towards you, it's not... Oh, it's him. OK. Mary, lovely to have you here.
It's nice to be here.
She's adorable.
Can I do one thing? Mum, I'm a virgin again. Yeah.
She is. She is. I mean, we've had the baby now and everything, but she still won't let me.
No.
What is your...
I'm a chippy. I'm a
He's a
carpenter, mate.
Women love a tradie.
Yeah. Not enough to sleep with them, but they love it.
Maybe if you had a tool, you might. Can you at least explain what's going on with our celebrity?
What's happened is we're new to parenthood. We got the baby, Jesus. He's a good kid. I think I expect big things from him.
Pretty good.
We've booked him into this hostel, and unfortunately, there's a lot of singers staying there with him, and they're keeping him awake.
We can't get baby Jesus to sleep. It's basically a predicament.
Yep.
So to solve that, we need people to throw fruit at the singers' heads.
What other solution would you come up with?
Of course. We tried praying, but the other dad's busy, so this is what we came up with.
So if you guys would like to perch up there, Joseph and Mary will be keeping score. I guess they're going to throw fruit at these celebrities, but first, let's take a look at who they are. Britney Spears is up there for showing the same talent and energy on her Australian tour as she is showing right here, right now. Kanye West for jumping on stage at an awards show in one of the most embarrassing moments of all time. Andre Rieu is up there for pimping out the classics and making Mozart his biatch. Lady Gaga is there for making everybody stare at their computer screen for hours trying to see if Lady Gaga was actually Lord Nutsack. The Gallagher brothers for breaking up Oasis but for not fighting properly, i.e. to the death. Joe Jackson, Michael's dad, for trying to turn his son's grave into a gold mine. And finally, Madonna for having a young toy boy named Jesus. That's right, people. When Jesus is nailing Madonna, you know Judgment Day can't be far away. Miff, Peter and Denise, you're up first. If you'd like to make your way around to the fruit, please. A round of applause for Miff, Peter and Denise.
OK.
Now, before you start throwing fruit...
Are we allowed to take fruit?
I should let you know that the Romans have hired a centurion to try and protect these musicians. So would you please welcome your centurion for tonight, Brian Mannix. Or as he's now known, Mulletus Maximus.
Now, Peter, you
Probably should have worn undies.
Just don't jump.
No, do jump. Let's really see some fruit. Let's do this.
All right, teams, you get a point for every celebrity you knock over. Your time starts now. Go.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yes, Brittany.
On fire.
Get where you.
Was that one?
Yep, that was one. Who's gone? I'm going to check the scores up here with... right.
Take a knee, Hilsey.
Yep,
Right,
OK.
I got 7 on the bottom.
I got 4 at top.
Right, that's 11 Carpenter's dozen.
Yep.
Call it.
Peter, Miff, Denise, 11 points. And can we have a round of applause for our Centurion, Brian Mannix? Pete Smith's back again.
For Christmas, I gave my wife a going-away present, but she didn't go.
Alan, Jarvis and Dave, it's your turn. If you'd like to make your way down to the fruit, please. Alan, Jarvis, Dave. Now, before you start throwing, Centurion Brian Mannix was a bit tuckered out, so he's gone home.
Oh.
So would you please welcome Centurion number 2, Adam Richard. What is your Centurion name?
Look, it's not pronounceable on family time slot. But it ends with Maximus.
He's bigger than the other Centurion, though.
And so are you, bigger than Denise. Now shut up and throw your balls at me.
Time starts now. Go. Brittany's down. Rihanna's down. Kanye's taking a hit. The Gallagher brothers got the hit. Kanye's down again. Time's up. Time is up.
Yeah, maybe? I don't think I got
Joseph, Mary, how do we go?
Right, what are we talking? I only had 3 there on the
Ouch.
bottom rung.
Ouch.
What'd you get?
5.
5.
So that's 8 points for Alan, Jarvis and Dave.
Back we go.
Would you please thank our Centurions Brian Mannix and Adam Richard, as well as Joseph and Mary, Amy Blake and Felicity Ward. At the end of that round, the scores are... Oh, Alan, Jarvis, Dave are on 21 points. Miff, Peter, Denise have hit the lead with 22 points. Celebrity choirs will be performing Christmas songs using the words of news events from 2009. Teams have to identify the songs and the events. Singing for Alan, Jarvis and Dave, would you please welcome Taryn Feebig, Sophie Bruce, Ali McGregor, C.W. Stone King, Katerina Kroslikova and Bruce Woodley, led by choirmaster Rusty Bertha. And singing for Miff, Peter and Denise, please welcome Paris Wells, Charlie Thorpe, Megan Washington, Geordie Lane, Paul Gray, Sophie Coe and Chris Cheney, led by Scott Edgar. Scott's choir, you'll be singing first for Miff, Peter and Denise. First song, please.
The period of the suspension will therefore be 4 weeks, of which 1 week has been served. The pay withheld directed by Today FM to community charitable causes.
Oh, right. That was
Yes.
definitely about the Carl Sanderlands scandal.
Yes.
And the song was the la 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 one.
Gloria. But I'm trying to think of its real name. It's Angels from the Realms of Glory.
It was Angels We Have Heard on High. I'm going to give you the point for that.
Thanks, Jack. Completely wrong.
Well done.
Rusty for Alan, Jarvis and Dave. Take it away.
Nothing will fill your hearts lost about the love that people show will make you know he didn't live in vain. I want his 3 children to know.
Wasn't nothing strange about your daddy. It was strange what your daddy had to deal with.
He dealt with it all, and he
the Michael Jackson thing, but it was one of the actual speeches that I think it was Reverend Al Sharpton.
It was Reverend Al Sharpton's eulogy at the Michael Jackson Memorial. What was the song they were singing?
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Yeah, there it is. I'll give you the points for that. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. The Christmas song. By the way, chestnuts roasting on an open fire is also a description of how Tiger Woods will be spending his Christmas this year. Scott, your second song from Myth, Peter and Denise, please.
If any friends were offended, I certainly apologize. I don't want to diminish it, but I'm really excited and happy with the ratings of the show. People are saying it's a storm in a teacup. I have utmost respect for Harry. He said, Daryl, I love this show. There's nothing like it in America.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
Yes.
And would it have been the kerfuffle over Daryl and the Jackson jive?
It was indeed
Harry
Daryl Summers'
Connick.
statement about the Hey Hey Red Faces skit. Yep, you got them both. Rusty, back to you.
Was the flying saucer in the backyard yet? Can he know how to work it if he gets off the ground? No, he does not know how it operates, for we had it tethered. It wasn't supposed to take off.
You're just telling Jarvis about the incident with the...
I think I've been hibernating this year.
This family made this UFO balloon, set it up, and they said their kid was trapped inside, but he really wasn't. It was a hoax.
That was indeed the story. And what was the song?
It was Away in a Manger.
It was indeed, both points. Scott, your final song from Myth, Peter, Denise, please.
Once this gets more momentum, they may try to stop me from appearing and send up one of my bosses instead. I'm the only one who's worked on Oscar. I'm happy to meet with you and our best to show you the emails. This may help you decide how strong you want to push Godwin.
Well, I think we've got the subject matter, the former leader of the opposition and the Treasury official who concocted a fabricated email.
Yep.
And the song
Is called It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas.
Yes, indeed. It was It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas, with lyrics by Godwin Gretsch taken from his email to Malcolm Turnbull, which pretty much destroyed Malcolm Turnbull's career. And Godwin, if you're watching, Tony Abbott's email address is tony@govnet.com. Finally, for Alan, Jarvis and Dave, take us home, Rusty.
I was absolutely miserable when I found out Saturday afternoon. He said it just was a joke. Well, not to me or those who care about me. How many would laugh to be described as an old ugly pig?
An old ugly pig.
An old ugly pig.
An old ugly pig.
I think the song is Little Saint Nick.
It is by the Beach Boys.
An ugly old... I remember it. I remember saying it. No, it wasn't. Ramsey who said that.
Yes.
And it was Naomi Robson.
Got it.
No, it was the other current affair host. Yeah, it wasn't Today Tonight. It was...
Tracy
Tracy
Grimshaw.
Grimshaw.
It was her statement about the Grinchy Gordon Ramsay, who referred to her as an ugly pig. Yes, I'll give you the points for that. It's Christmas. Can we have a round of applause for our choirs and their celebrity ringmasters? So at the end of that round, the scores are Alan, Jarvis, Dave, 27 points. Miff, Peter, Denise, still just in front, 28 points. It's time for the final countdown. Teams, hands on your buzzers. 1 point for a correct answer, 1 point off for a wrong answer. There's 1 point in it. Your questions start now. Who am I? White, male, button nose, eyes of coal, corncob pipe.
Frosty the Snowman.
Yes, Frosty the Snowman. Which gift from the Three Wise Men to Baby Jesus is also the name of a Spandau Ballet single?
Gold.
Gold it is. According to Stanley Kirk Burrell on his recent promo tour to Australia, what time is it?
Hammer time.
It is hammer time. Sorry, it was this side. MC Hammer with hammer time. Love Never Dies is the soon-to-be staged sequel to which Andrew Lloyd Webber musical?
Phantom of the Opera.
Phantom of the Opera, indeed. For extra points, which saucy TV dancing troupe did Lloyd Webber's ex-wife Sarah Brightman belong to?
Hot Gossip.
It was Hot Gossip from the Kenny Everett video show.
Yeah.
Which Led Zeppelin album title sounds like things you would give and receive for Christmas?
Presents.
Presents. Yeah, Jarvis is all over it. The soundtrack to the new film version of the book Where the Wild Things Are was composed by Karen O. Yes?
Karen O and the Kids.
From the Yeah Yeah Yeahs.
From the Yeah Yeah Yeahs. That was the question I was looking for. Finally, if someone actually gave you all the birds featured in the song 12 Days of Christmas, how many birds would you have in your house?
A great smorgasbord.
You would have... OK, wait a minute.
It's about 99 or something.
Can we have a moment to do some maths?
You can have a moment to do some maths.
OK, so 3 calling birds.
3 calling birds.
And when he gets to 5, it goes to... Oh, no, but you got... Does a swan count as a bird?
Yeah,
swan's a bird.
Is it? It's a waterfowl.
Yeah, but a waterfowl's a bird, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it's a bird. Swan's a bird.
Swan's a bird. Swan is definitely a bird.
7 geese are laying.
7 geese are laying. 8. That's 13. I think
Oh,
like
my good time.
OK, well, you say.
I haven't got it.
You have a guess.
Is it 23?
No.
Yes, it is! It is 1 partridge, 2 turtle doves, 3 French hens, 4 calling birds, 6 geese and 7 swans that total 23 birds.
Oh, well done. That was like sitting next to Rain Man.
At the end of a very specky Christmas, the final scores were Miff, Peter, Denise ended up with 30 points. Alan, Jarvis, Dave won the day, 33 points. Would you please thank all our guests for tonight, Jarvis Cocker, Dave O'Neill, Peter Garrett and Denise Drysdale. Can we also have a round of applause for all the special guests that came around for Christmas this year, and in particular Casey Bonetto for helping us to kick it all off. And of course, our 2 team captains, Alan Blow and Miff Warhurst. We'll be back next year with an all-new season of Spicks and Specks, and in the meantime, we wish you a very Merry Christmas and a happy and peaceful 2010. Closing our show tonight is Old Bethlehem's #1 alt-country Christmas band, Wagons, with our 3 musical kings, Brian Cadd, Rebecca Barnard and Bart Willoughby. Thanks for watching Spicks and Specks. My name's Adam Hills. Merry Christmas to all, and to all, a good night, Australia.
We 3 kings of Orient are, bearing gifts we traverse afar, field and fountain, moor and mountain, following yonder star.
Still perceiving God.
We'll see you next year. Good night.